Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing various series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. Eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, it's a fan request video. I keep meaning to get to more of these, and I literally had to go through and make a list recently, because I had it all down as a list, and then I don't know what the hell happened to that file. Like, I had it saved, and now I don't know where it's at. But I started up a new one, so I had to go through the comments. But I figured I'd get to this one. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Valentine Wolf shirt, which is very snazzy. I like the very sort of neat design on this one. What the fuck is Valentine Wolf? It is a husband and wife musical duo. I became aware of these folks through a Facebook ad, maybe like a month ago or so now. And really was just taken by, you know, what I saw through the ad and everything like that. The wife is the singer. She has this like very cool, melodic, almost operatic style of singing. And then her husband goes over there. He plays an electric standing bass, which is just super fucking cool. And they basically play a mix of like sort of classic, gothical, metal, like nerd influence stuff. It basically just hit for me on all fucking chambers. Like, I was like, that's fucking awesome. So much so I was fortunate enough, I got to see them perform live, just, like, literally, I think a week after I found them on Facebook. And I went over there, took some videos of said performance. Those videos are on this channel, just in case maybe you're interested. And if nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in their direction, because I think they're really badass. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? It is a fan request video. It happens to be, boom, it's a giant-ass Whopper. This giant-ass Whopper, which I'm going to refer to as the Eric Owen Whopper, comes courtesy of Mr. Eric Owen, who is one of my frequent commenters and supporters on my channel. Thank you very much, Eric. You are a stand-up individual of the highest caliber, I am certain. And he's a big fan of Burger King, and he likes himself a Whopper. So he went over there and he made a special request. It's like, this is what I want. So let's open it up. Hopefully they got it right. Oh God, it's so large. I mean, it looks to be the case. Oh, no. All right, well, they kind of fucked up a little bit. So, God damn it. It wasn't... Alright, well, let's do it. Let's get rid of that. We're improvising a little bit here because, yeah, it looks like the rest is okay. Alright. First and foremost, let's get a thing for the thing with this before I fucking forget. Jesus, it's unwieldy. Ah! It's so large, it looks like this. Yes, so the Eric Owen burger, as I'm dubbing it, or Eric Owen Whopper, it is a triple Whopper with no onions, no pickles, added bacon. Everything else is, I'm assuming, included, so that's what it went with. The only thing that they fucked up on was they went over there and they gave me pickles, but they did remember everything else, so. I mean, there's no reason I'm not going to love this. This could almost be called the Brandon Wenzel Whopper, too. Let's give this thing, I mean, come the fuck on, man. It's ridiculous. Look at that. Let's do this. Oh. This is like a burger I should have been eating in my teenage years. Probably not at age 37. I mean, fundamentally, it's a lot of meat. I mean, I like Whoppers. I've never had any problem with them. It's got that nice flame grilled taste. So that's working for me. And then I appreciate the lack of onions and pickles. I think Eric probably knew, for me personally, that wouldn't be something I would go in for. I mean, yeah. With the obvious exception of the ridiculous size of the Whopper, you know, it's just a big-ass Whopper with bacon, no onions, and no pickles. It's also my lunch, so I'm very into that. But dissecting it a little bit more, you know, some people like pickles and onions, and that's fine. I'm not, you know, not hating on anybody. But funny thing is, in an instance like this with so much meat, I almost could have gone with it, just because it's so savory. It almost could have worked with a little bit of a breakup, but you've still got the lettuce and tomato for that, and they definitely don't hold a candle to the mountain of meat that it's trying to contend against. But the other aspect, and he even commented to the effect that it might not really make much of a difference, is the bacon. The thing is, fast food bacon is always a little bit, I'm not even going to say hit or miss, it's more miss than hit, because, you know, bacon is a little bit of a quasi-premium ingredient if you want solid bacon. Fast food, and I will say in this, the bacon does make some difference. It adds in a little bit of extra salty savoriness, but it's pretty minimal compared to the rest of the burger. I mean, this is just a lot of crazy fun. Again, it's something that me in my teenage, early 20 years totally would have just been down for, and just like that would have been, you know, would have been me and probably my dumbass friend Drew. Love you, Drew. I know you don't watch my videos, but sometimes your wife does, I think. Would have just been us being dumbass kids, you know, just loving it and just having a good old time. As a 28-year-old, it's a bit much, for sure. This is not something I would ever get just because, but at the same time, it is a bunch of fun. And other than that, I mean, it's just a Whopper. It is just an extreme version of that. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No. And maybe if you're of a certain age and inclination. For me personally, like I said, I like it. There's nothing I dislike about it. It was well put together. Like I said, the only thing they messed up on was they added the pickles. But the rest of it's just a big-ass Whopper with some bacon, and I'm down with that. You know, there's nothing fundamentally all that crazy about it besides just that wall of meat. And I think for me personally, if I'm going to get a burger that's like got that much meat in it anyway, I'm going to go to more of like sort of an artisanal burger place like Kuma's or Burger Antics, places that I've reviewed before, by the way. Because if I'm going to do that, I might as well get like one proper ground beef patty that, you know, they can go over there and cook to delicious medium rare, and I can enjoy it even more so. This, as for what it is still a lot of fun. I'm glad that Eric made this suggestion, but yeah, it's definitely not something I think I would get again just for the hell of it. I think I'd probably stick to a double Whopper tops and just call it at that. If I'm recommending it, though, again, it firmly is one of those things where it's like, if you're just of a certain age, a certain inclination, I mean, if you like Whoppers that much, do it. You know, I mean, don't do it a lot. I'll tell you that much right now. Go over there, you know, maybe every once in a while, you know, maybe a celebration kind of thing, or maybe once a month. Because it is fun in its own goofy way. But by that same token, again, it's like, you know, again, it's like, yeah, you know, for me, I just go to an artisanal place and just get the whole thing that I was talking about before. But it's ridiculous. I think it is a burger that is well represented by Eric Owen. And yeah, man, I mean, I'll definitely give it the nod. As ridiculous as it is, in fact, because of how ridiculous it is. But again, not going to recommend you do it very often. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly fan request-tastic rest of your life, because I do try to get to these, folks. It's just sometimes I can't find stuff. Sometimes stuff just kind of gets lost in the shuffle, but I try to get around to it. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important that we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you have a request that you would like to go over there and toss out. Like I said, I will do my best to try to make it happen at some point. I cannot promise when it will be. I try to get to them early as I can, but then again, it's like I've got some that have been on the back burner for a while now. I apologize to Mr. Oda Khaled, who's another frequent commenter. He wanted me to review some rice pudding, and I can't fucking find it anywhere. But, you know, like I said, I will try to get this stuff in and squeeze it in here and there, because I appreciate the fact that, you know, the engagement and what you guys bring to this whole thing, and, you know, people like Eric and Oda and, you know, just all you fine folks. It makes doing this worth it, you know. If nobody engages with me, then it's just me shouting into the void about nonsense. So, anyway.